So, we've all heard the saying, failure is not an option. But let's take a moment to think about this. What if, instead of seeing failure as something to avoid at all costs, we actually embraced it as a necessary part of the journey to success? When it comes to achieving success, failure is not just a speed bump along the way. It's actually the secret fuel that propels us to achieve even greater things. It's like the unsung hero that pushes us to reach new heights and go beyond our limits. Remember when you were a kid and you were learning how to walk? It wasn't like you just stood up and started walking perfectly. Nope. You fell down over and over again. But guess what? Each time you fell, you learned something new. It was all part of the process, and it helped you on your way to becoming a pro walker. So if we take a look at the most successful people in the world, you'll notice something interesting. Whether they're inventors or entrepreneurs, they actually failed quite a few times before they hit it big. But here's the thing. Those failures were actually stepping stones for them. Each time they failed, they learned something valuable, and it ultimately led them down the path to success. Pretty cool, right? How about we change our way of thinking and start seeing failure as something that actually pushes us forward instead of holding us back? It's like a spark that ignites our path to incredible success. When we embrace failure, we tap into its power and use it to propel ourselves towards achieving amazing things. So let's not be afraid of failure. Let's embrace it and let it drive us towards greatness. You know, failure is actually a pretty valuable thing. It's like a teacher that shows us what doesn't work. When we fail, we get a chance to step back, think things through, and come up with a new plan. And the best part is, when we embrace failure, we're really embracing the whole process of learning and becoming better. It's all about growing and getting stronger. Just picture a world where you don't have to worry about failing. How amazing would that be, right? So, if there was no fear holding you back, what would you go for? What incredible things could you accomplish? It's all about embracing failure, my friend, because that's when the doors to endless possibilities swing wide open. So let go of that fear and let yourself soar. When you come across failure, don't sweat it. It's definitely not the end of the world. It's just a little sign telling you that you might need to switch things up a bit. Trust me, every failure brings you closer to the answer, the secret sauce, the thing that will bring you success. Keep pushing. Failure is not something that should stop us, but rather something that can teach us. Instead of seeing it as a complete failure, we should view it as a detour on the path to success. If you're not failing, you're not innovating. You're not pushing boundaries. You're not challenging the status quo. You're not learning, growing, or improving. Embrace failure, and you embrace the courage to innovate. Have you ever thought about looking at failure as a friend instead of an enemy? It's like having a buddy who tells you the harsh truth, points out your weaknesses, and motivates you to become a better version of yourself. When you embrace failure, you're actually embracing a lifelong friend who will always be there to push you towards greatness. The path to success is paved with failures. Each one is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Each one is a lesson, not a loss. Each one brings you closer to your goal if you have the courage to continue. All right, let's shift our mindset when it comes to failure. Instead of seeing it as something negative, let's view it as a valuable tool that helps us grow and change. Failure can actually be a stepping stone that leads us to success. So, don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it, and you'll be on your way to achieving your goals. And remember, failure only happens when you stop trying. So keep going, keep learning, keep growing. Embrace failure, and success will be yours.